Hello and welcome to Smite Draft League on this Friday evening. I will be one of your hosts for this evening, iNooblet, joined by the one and only Smite Encyclopedia, Joywolffe. How are you, Joywolffe?
I am having a wonderful Friday evening, and I am so excited to get into this game.
Blessed be. Before we get into these picks and bans as they're running, I want to give a special shout out to something that is very near and dear to my own heart, and that is that today is Veterans Day. Dedicated the last 10 years of my life to being active duty Air Force EOD, and if there's any members of our community who ever have been a member of armed forces anywhere in the world, big shout out to you. Thank you for all you've done. I've been there. I've seen it. I understand. We love you. Thank you for being a part of our community and enjoy this Veterans Day. Now, let's jump into some Smite. Okay, and we have fired the PlayStations back up, and we are on to Premier Week 5, Wrath of Terra versus the Kingslayers. Still iNooblet, still Joywolffe, and it is still Veterans Day. Walk us through what you see, Joywolffe.
Yeah, these bans are looking pretty standard. A lot of high impact characters, walls on Umoja and Cabrakan that almost always warrant a specific relic choice in the shell that allows you to pass through walls. Hades, Dodgy, Nijda, excellent at burning beads, Guan Yu, and excellent engage. And speaking of engage, Artio, if played in the solo lane, can be an absolutely wonderful engage.
If
But
played
I don't
in
know
the solo lane was the right thing to say, Joy, because before we even get into any more picks, let's go ahead and talk about the history of Wrath of Terra and their god selections. If you remember, this team plays whatever they want, wherever they want. I'm talking Sylvanas ADC. I'm talking the wildest picks you can imagine. Artio, a great pick, certainly first pick worthy. Where it goes, nobody knows.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see where they'll end up putting this Artio, if it's solo or support. Or maybe they even do something funky. As you said, the Wrath of Terra, absolute mad lads over there. They've thrown some wonky picks at us the entire season. So, Artio jungle maybe? I don't know. We'll see. That'd be fun.
I'm not even going to pretend to guess where it's going. Met with the Zhonghui, Valyouuu picking it up. Valyouuu, a very strong player. Haven't seen much of the way of mages out of him, but I believe he can bring something very strong to the table. And paired with a Ganesh, so you already have a rectangle that's going to lock you in with a giant circle doing damage, and there is the Sylvanas. It is their logo. It is the god that represents their team, and it has been destruction this entire season. And it's locked in.
There it is. Just the one-shot potential from a full damage Sylvanas is absolutely terrifying. This non-DR ultimate, just such a long duration knockup, allows you to just be teed off on. And if that Sylvanas is building full damage, you are going to be gone within a blink of an eye. It's not going to matter what you do. So any squishy getting hit by that Sylvanas ult is going to be absolutely deleted. Just Wrath of Terra special at this point. If you can almost count on the Sylvanas to be locked in at this point from that squad.
And of course, Rama being locked in. The current meta we sit in with ADCs right now is that sort of crit meta where you're building 3 crit items, an executioner. Ram being one of the only pure ADC gods in the game certainly benefits from that. I think it's very important that we take note real quick that we have a couple people joining this premiere match that are actually out of the challenger division. People like Gunaholic Gabba and Samanticz, i.e. Samanticz, going to be joining these squads. They're already really good squads. Every Wrath of Terra game we've seen has been amazing. Every Kingslayer match that we've gotten to see, we haven't got to see many, unfortunately, this season, have been really good. These are both 2 powerhouse teams, and they have called upon the Challenger Division to step up and make something happen for their team, and it's going to be exciting to see those hungry players go to work.
Exciting is absolutely the perfect word to describe it. Whenever a challenger player steps up, most people would think they're being pulled up from the lower division. The team with a challenger player is at a disadvantage, but some of these challenger players absolutely rise to the occasion.
Some of them should be in Premier. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, definitely. There's just not enough room, unfortunately. So some of these challenger players could absolutely make a name for themselves as subs in the Premier Division. So watch out for some of these names. They could absolutely make a big splash in these games, and I'm excited to see it.
Good. It's going to be interesting. Do they rise to the occasion and step up to the Masters and above level, or do they let nerves get the better of them and not show up and take a Premier team down with them? We're excited to see it. Let's talk about the final bans here. Nemesis Ravana targeting the jungle. I don't know that you can target the jungle of Wrath of Terra, but it's a good try. And then we have Sir Nunos and Ishtar. Any carries you might like to see come out of Kingslayers here? Keep in mind we're in crit meta.
Yeah. Cupid's still unbanned. Charybdis still unbanned. A lot of hard-hitting ADCs still on the board. So I'm curious to see what they'll bring into this.
Yeah, I mean, you know what always goes along crit meta is Valyouuu, right? His passive plays perfectly into a crit meta where really, I mean, you can build other things in this meta and be a good ADC. It's just if you're not building crit, you're not going to win the 1v1 trade with the Hunter building crit. If you're Valyouuu, you negate that. But we do see the Cupid locked in, which is a challenger favorite and does a lot. You already have a big ultimate from Ganesha taking up a whole lane, followed by a Zonqui and a Poseidon ult that are also taking up the whole lane. And then you throw a Cupid, feels the love on that, and just no one's going anywhere. That's a big team fight composition coming out of Kingslayers. Erlong Shen, someone we have not seen a lot at all for Wrath of Terra, and a hovered Ymir for Samanticz.
If this Ymir is locked in, I have no idea what gods will be going in what lane for Wrath of Terra.
Don't even try.
I'm not even gonna try. What I will focus on, this Dharmic Pillars could be absolutely huge. If we look at the amount of circles we have coming from that side, just Kraken, huge damage. Fields of Love, huge lockdown. The ability for them to just completely limit movement from the enemy team and then blow them up, whether it be Poseidon or Zonqui, could be absolutely massive in team fights. If this team is able to execute their comp correctly, that can be absolutely devastating. I'm curious to see how well they'll be able to execute it, though.
And we're running out of time here on the clock, so it looks like the Ymir will get locked in. And we'll go over to our last pick for Kingslayers, which I imagine will not be for Gabba. I would assume that Poseidon goes the way of Gabba. Anybody who knows Gabba, who's a great player, we know she picks either Poseidon or the Persephone or the Tiamat. Not to target her god pool, but Poseidon is in her repertoire and it's on the board, so I imagine this will go in the way of the solo lane or the jungle. Osiris hovered could go both ways. So Osiris, Zonqui, both flexible to the solo lane, but it will look like Osiris, I'd imagine, jungle, Zonqui, solo lane. And the Poseidon does go to the Gabba. So here is your teams to kick off our Veterans Day Premier Week 5 set. We will throw it to a break, and we will see you in Game 1. Can't wait to meet you there.
feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? 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 Then will you get bored of killing me?
And here we are, kicking off Premier Week 5. Take a look at your teams. Wrath of Terra, Kingslayers. I'm still iNooblet, joined by Joywolffe in the booth.
And it looks like it's going to be an absolute barn burner. Looking at the relics from Wrath of Terra, only one set of beads coming out from TomCat. 3 blinks leads me to believe that Wrath of Terra are looking to get aggressive early and often. Blink, one of the most aggressive relics in the game, and Wrath of Terra already clearing the dual lane.
Already off the bat with a nice rolling from TomCat. I don't think he's got enough to take down Gunaholic, but certainly making him think twice about stepping up in lane here. You can already tell. Aggressive is the name of the game, just like you said, Joy. These boys did not come to play around. They want to win this game early.
I think that kind of just goes to show what Wrath of Terra are all about. They've been aggressive for the entire season as Gunaholic's falling low.
Yeah, he's holding his ground right now and trying to... Banana was trying to body block. You can't body block Astral Arrows. TomCat got a lot of damage off there onto Gunaholic. Certainly has the pressure in this lane. And I want to go back to you talking about the blinks. Look at the amount of blinks in this game. Is a good freeze on a Banana. Gonna have to walk away half of his health. Gabba real low in the mid lane. Swagga gonna pick up the first blood onto Gabba, and a not a good start for the challenger mid laner coming out here tonight.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Gabba, but a beautiful start for Swagga. That's exactly where you want to be on an Erlang Shen, getting early pressure, making sure that you are having an impact early. You need to have pressure.
Roll that thought. Valyouuu 1 HP, and Swagga has the second kill of the game. 2 minutes in, 2 kills for Swagga, the jungler of Wrath of Terra. He's off to a great start. No, SandmanSam. He gets the solo kill under tower and doesn't even die for it. That is 3-0 Wrath of Terra, 2.5 minutes in. Fireworks already coming out.
And SandmanSam's back at or Swagga rather, was back at the speed buff, which allowed SandmanSam to clear that blue buff for himself, but unfortunately Swagga will fall. A little bit of momentum, but looks like he got a little too big for his britches and decided to try and invade that speed buff. You can't do it all.
Hey, he tried, and I don't blame him. You get 2 kills right off the bat. Why not try to get yourself a speed buff? That is certainly something that might tilt the enemy jungler, and Valyouuu is a great jungler. If you can get him off his game, is all for the better. And Valyouuu now with the second returned kill. Got Swagga, who already got 2 kills, walked over and took care of the other person on Wrath of Terra who got a kill. Valyouuu now hungry, invades the blue buff, doesn't get it done, and is now boxing up against Swagga in the enemy jungle. But here's EmojiDaddy. He has ult. The health bars are low. EmojiDaddy with a kill. Just melts away with that full damage. Sylvanas and the boys are on the chase. Uller one trick. Half health. Already used the full kit. Gonna fall to Swagga. Swagga has 3 kills here. 3 minutes in.
Just look at the gold lead. Already an almost 2k gold lead at only 4 minutes for Wrath of Terra. They're kind of just running around as Gunaholic under duress again.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna get away with this time, but he is just playing with fire. As soon as TheTomcatt ticks over to level 5, you are not safe anymore. There it is. Let's see if he throws up the ult. I know you want it, TheTomcatt. Hit him with the ult. You can kill him. He's thinking about it. He's gonna let him live for now. But what a firefight right off the bat. Banana gets frozen right on the edge of his tower. These guys are just fighting for their life out here. Good ult
stepping up.
Going in aggressive is the Uno reverse card, and here comes the ult from Rama. One good shell's gonna save Banana's life for the moment. Valyouuu has made his way over. Beads committed from TheTomcatt, but he's gonna stand his ground. The up down gets Valyouuu. Another kill. Samanticz with nowhere to run and no mana to help. Turned around on its head. Gunaholic stuck around and got a kill. It is 5-4 in under 5 minutes. What's Uller one trick doing over here? Kraken tries to come out to save him. No good, and a good double knock away from Gabba, just trying to get this team to slow down and take a chill pill.
10 kills in 5 minutes, man. This is a straight.
It's a speed run, Joy. You can say it. It's a speed run of the Smite Conquest game. Here we go with Swagga back in the jungle.
Over fast.
Gonna dash out. Maybe Swagga's gonna choose to slow down the pace of this game, but I don't think you can stop it. I think Valyouuu's very upset about how the first 2 minutes went, and he's gonna show you why he's a better jungler. Here's the blink in on top of the Greater Scorpion. 1v2, ignoring Samanticz, who's now stunned out. Banana coming around and try and give some help. Finally, we see a fight kind of fizzle out and not go the distance. No one re-engaging at the moment, even though EmojiDaddy has stepped up. Looks like we have a moment to just breathe.
I have a
feeling. Oh, just kidding. EmojiDaddy winning with the ult. Cripple out from Gabba. Samanticz doing good damage onto Gabba. And now it fizzles out. So we got a bit of a 1v1 over here. Gunaholic playing it a little safer. Gonna dash away. Got the kill that he wanted. Dharmic Pillar is already out, and Swagga pops the ult looking for a brawl. Big Kraken. Swagga is gone. Valyouuu with another kill. Chasing him down.
Is here.
There it is, a freeze on a Banana. Running to Uller one trick. He's screaming for help. They're gonna chase him off into the jungle and part ways, but I think we're just gonna average 1 to 2 kills here every minute in this game.
These teams have just not stopped whatsoever. And if you look, you have to give it to Wrath of Terra here as Gunaholic low!
Oh, just missed one of the 3 snipes from TomCat. You know he wants this solo. He's been wanting it all game, and it is right there. Maybe waits for the waves to push in and gives a little roll in. Let's see, Gunaholic, danger zone. TomCat looking for it. Astro arrows have been popped. Now taking the Titan, can't get the last one, and then we're gonna go over to EmojiDaddy, getting the solo onto Gabba in the mid lane. Sylvanas getting it done. Gunaholic, maybe 3 HP. Banana is here to help, but so is Samanticz. And we can't even follow all the action here on SDL as Valyouuu in the solo lane picks up SandmanSam.
Holy, these teams just don't want to calm down. I mean, I have to imagine this pace is favoring Wrath of Terra, though. They're about 1,500 gold up. Level leads spread across the map in almost every lane, if not even just really utilizing the most off of these kills that they are getting. So, really good stuff from Wrath of Terra. The macro play is on point. Just waiting till it turns to some of these neutral objectives.
Yes.
Then we'll see what happens.
So far, I think everybody individually is playing really well. Everybody's playing aggressive. Everybody's getting kills. I think the big difference is going to be when we're done with laning phase and it is a true 5-on-5 competition. Who plays better as a team? And I think you're right. The advantage goes away. Wrath of Terra is here. We see Valyouuu and Gunaholic go in hard on TomCat. He's got to pop the ult to get out of the fields of love. His only hope is to spread a little damage before landing right at Valyouu's feet, giving him his 6th kill of the game.
Valyouu's just doing everything he can to try and bring this game back for his squad.
Oh, and under tower, Gabba releases the Kraken, but it's not enough to stop Swagga from getting his 4th kill. And right now, it is almost just a jungler's game right now. They're running around making stuff happen.
10 kills combined from both junglers. Just having an impact on the map, doing everything they can for their teams. But something I'd like to look at is the 4-level lead for EmojiDaddy on this Sylvanas. As I say
it was
that,
a 4-level lead, and it's gonna be a little slower to get anymore because Valyouuu just got his 7th kill 9.5 minutes in, and look where he's going, straight into the enemy jungle. Swagga already used his dash for farm, about a quarter mana. Couple abilities off the mark for Valyouuu, but is making a huge statement. Blink committed for that, and Swagga is going to go ahead and back. And deep is SandmanSam. Making things happen. A little slapfest. Valyouuu taking on the Ymir, just hitting them over and over again. SandmanSam looking to get him off of it. And a greater Scorpion in the eyes of Kingslayers right now, looking for a little bit to add to this slight. No, they're in a deficit right now. They're about 2k down, so they're looking for that extra stuff. Everything that Valyouu's making happen is getting answered back. Swagga is not leaving Gabba alone, who commits the beads off the slight cripple. TomCat with another solo in the carry lane. And Gunaholic has just not left tower and is still not even alive. He's dying under tower on cooldown. He might need some help here.
here's where exactly what I was about to call. Just start going for that Gold Fury. Really start pushing that advantage. SandmanSam, unfortunately, will fall.
Can someone stop this man? Valyouuu has 8 kills. He's doing whatever he wants. Gold Fury did get dropped, but at what cost? Valyouuu is going to go to a place where you can't even deal with him at all.
Yeah, Valyouu's just doing everything that he can to try and keep his team in this game. Level deficits forming on almost everyone outside of the support is not where you want to be. As Gabba gets pulled in again!
Don't do it, Emoji! It's another solo kill for Emoji onto Gabba. Welcome to the Premier League, Gabba.
That's exactly what this Sylvanas is looking to do. Just pull you in, hit the ult, drop the rest of the kit, and bye-bye. There's no coming back from that one. EmojiDaddy is doing exactly what he intended to do when he locked in this Sylvanas, and it is showing oh so beautifully.
We just love to see it here. There's nothing like not being able to catch all the action on the SDL because there's so much of it. It is just a firefight, and what a more perfect day for this to be happening than Veterans Day, where these veterans of the Premier Division are just showing why they are in Premier. A couple snipes off the mark from Tomcatt. It's still a 2v1. He can still get something for this. Dashes in, but Valyouuu too strong. Ticks over to 9 kills. Hasn't died since that second death early on. Here's Swagga, the only one who could possibly stop him. Pops the old Valyouuu up, down, getting as much as he can. EmojiDaddy with another solo. Is just a continued story, and Valyouuu blinks out, somehow survives this 1v2. The boys with the counter blink. Uno reverse Valyouuu. I've got a blink too. Samanticz picking up a huge kill onto the Kingslayers jungler.
And what a play from Samanticz. One of our challenger representatives stepping up to shut down the big dog. What a play from Samanticz and Tomcatt.
What is happening on this conquest map? We have SandmanSam up at a tier 2, getting a solo kill onto Ullr one trick. The action's everywhere, people. It's just fights after fights. It's a slugfest, and if I didn't know better, I'd say these players have something to prove tonight.
Oh, absolutely. It's just, this is Wrath of Terra's game. They've been doing this the entire season. Is Gunaholic falling low again? Will Tomcatt be able to find the solo kill? It looks like not this time. But
looks like he might just be taking it easy. He's already made his statement. Could go get some farm and cancel that. Gunaholic still stepped up at the edge of the tower. You're gonna take some poke. This is a ROM crit. Snipes are up. One more. Just off the mark, but it was a good try, and the T1's gonna fall down. Tomcatt still the blink. Rama, in case you forgot, almost gets the kill. Gabba real low again, and that ticking damage from EmojiDaddy is going to be enough to get 5 kills. Valyouuu being pulled in. Now 1v2. Banana's going to come in and try and help. Valyouu's got to ult out. Banana's just going to say nope and dash right past him and go about his business.
And I really like this effort from Swagga to match where Valyouuu is and make sure he's able to shut down Valyouuu, being that he has been the main threat as Gunaholic dashes in.
Yeah, feels love committed. Valyouuu now on the chase. The boys from Wrath of Terra are there to support, but have to deal with a banana before they get there. Valyouuu wins this trade, gets 10th kill of the match. Pop on over to Banana, trying to just scare off Wrath of Terra. Gunaholic still in this fight, gonna heal up a little bit. Everybody kind of going their separate ways for the moment. Getting oracles onto Gold Fury. Maybe make a Gold Fury happen here at about a minute and a half. Not too much else as 3 members of Kingslayers are over here in the duo lane.
Yeah, it just the fact that despite being under constant duress from Tomcatt, Gunaholic, and also despite falling behind, still able to just keep himself alive, only dying once. We saw the solo kill, but really, this could have been so much worse if he wasn't playing.
How many blinks was that, Joy? Kraken already out just to try and survive, but ult after ult after ult. It's a 4-man fight here inside of the Dharmic Pillars. SandmanSam very low, trying to get out, goes under tower, would have died anyway. Valyouuu gets the kill. Banana now so low. A good Ymir wall. Samanticz very low, gonna die to this Ullr one trick. It's kills on kills on kills. Swagga looking for another one. SandmanSam's dead. Samanticz dead. Valyouuu, Gabba, Gunaholic. We're brawling at the top of a T2, and EmojiDaddy isn't done. Has the ult back up, gets the kill. Ullr's gonna walk away and maybe live there to the tick damage. What are we doing, boys? This tower's still here. Gabba's had time to spawn.
This is so crazy. EmojiDaddy is imposing his will 2 levels ahead of anyone else in the lobby. This man is fed 7, 1, and 6 on the full damage Sylvanas. EmojiDaddy is going crazy right now, and he's making me question why other people aren't playing Sylvanas mid. Sylvanas mid, biggest in the lobby, crazy.
And it's a fair point. When Sylvanas mid, we know Sylvanas puts out massive damage when you build him full damage. But now you have a Sylvanas who is the highest level in the game. He's an 18. Closest to him is Valyouuu, level 16, who has 11 kills, by the way, and still 2 levels down. How do you even deal with this? How do you even start to deal with this Sylvanas? As we see TheTomcatt taking on another 1v1. Gonna commit beads to banana there. Here's a slugfest we're waiting for on cooldown. Swagga versus Valyouuu. Swagga getting the better of it, but kind of dashing away. Valyouuu has backup with Uller one trick here. Is going to have to blink out defensively once more. Swagga pushing it down on the tower line. Here comes EmojiDaddy. We knew it. Beats committed. Doesn't matter. You are dead. Valyouuu trying to live with a great up down to live for the moment. SandmanSam gets the kill onto Valyouuu. Gabba just deleted. Banana shows up late and is trying to stop 3 people from walking into a Phoenix and getting another kill, as we see Wrath of Terra get the Gold Fury in the background. Here's Gunaholic. Fields of Love got one person's gonna have to back up under Phoenix, and it's wild, Joy, that you're backing up under Phoenix while you still have a tier 2, and what a pull. Ult, EmojiDaddy ult is just always available. Goodbye, Gunaholic. What do you want, Banana? Stay in your Phoenix. Boys from Wrath of Terra are gonna go do whatever they want next.
Honestly, it sounds crazy to think, but 18 minutes you'd be calling for it, but I think the boys can just run down to Fire Giant and take
Don't
the biggest
do it.
objective.
They're setting up. Please, Gabba just wanted to play with the big dogs and is now getting bit by one. They all went in and destroyed Gabba once more. 0-9 on Poseidon. Just wants to play some Smite. Oni Fury now pushing up, so someone will get damage on this tier 2. Banana under Phoenix. Can't do much. Finally, Wrath of Terra going to take down this T2 and maybe look for a Phoenix. If they want it, they can have it. You're not going to stop them.
At this point, Wrath of Terra is just playing lights out. They do so much damage so instantaneously. It's hard to combat.
Gunaholic can't take on TheTomcatt by himself. Can't take on 4 members of Wrath of Terra. Is gone. SandmanSam finally dies to Gabba. There's the first kill of Premier. EmojiDaddy gets one. Uller one trick gets one. It is a firefight. Up in the sky goes Rom, looking for the kill, but the blink from Uller one trick to get under the Phoenix is going to save their life. That's a 3 for 2. But now, what comes next? No Phoenix. TheTomcatt sitting up in the Titan room, thinking about the 1v2. And what a blink away.
Over 11k up is the Wrath of Terra squad. 20-minute mark. I have to imagine that this is the time they say, all right, it's time for FG. Give us the buff. We're ready to shred down some Phoenixes. We want to end this game right here, right now. Don't give Kingslayers a chance to get back into this one. I have to imagine they start pushing for this Fire Giant here soon. I mean, they're coming.
You could, but do you even need it at this point, Joy? They pushed down that Phoenix, and they could have got out scot-free, but they wanted some blood. You could go for the fire, or you could just do whatever you want, but what you can't do is waste more time, give up some more kills, and give Kingslayers a chance to make something happen. If we know anything about Season 9, one fight decides the game. You just gave Gabba a big kill. Gabba's going to come back. Once they hit 20, who's to say that Gabba doesn't start making a huge impact here on the Poseidon? I understand you guys are feeling big and you're enjoying the kills, but don't slip up and lose this game. Blinks after blinks. There's blinks everywhere, Joy. Uller one trick with the beads already.
And that's exactly why Wrath of Terra needs to finish out this game. Poseidon scales so well. You can't let Gabba get back into the game. They've made a point of shutting Gabba down, but now they have to finish the game. And Fire Giant is such a good way to close this out. Just start pushing down those towers, finish up the Phoenixes, and then the Titan will fall afterwards. They just gotta make it happen at this point. The game is theirs.
Yeah, you might as well give fire. If you can't deal with a team without fire, you're certainly not going to be able to deal with them with it. Gonna clean up this right side tier 2. Fire minions already making their way up to where the middle Phoenix was. 3 members of Wrath of Terra stepping up, making Kingslayers think twice about a defense. Valyouuu just now backing to get into this fight, and this will be the fight to decide the game. If you can make a good defensive stance, somehow, some way, Kingslayers, ask for a Christmas miracle, make the defense here, make them overstep, get yourself back in this game. But TheTomcatt already has this Phoenix down, half health. Health bars are still full as Swagga detonates Gabba. All the ults have been released. Swagga half health. SandmanSam caught in the fields of love. Uller one trick gets a kill. Gunaholic gets a kill. Valyouuu gets 2 kills for a double. TheTomcatt is the only one left, and it is a Christmas miracle. They defended the Phoenix. It didn't go down. This is what they needed. They're going to chase down TheTomcatt, but did they see him? Be very, very quiet. TheTomcatt's hiding around the corner. They sniff him out, though. A blink in, a roll out. 3-on-1. Can TheTomcatt get a kill before he dies? No, he cannot. And now it is a deicide for Kingslayers. It's not much, but it's honest work, and it might be what they need to catapult them back into this game.
That's gonna be a hard hill to climb for Kingslayers. Still, even after a full deicide, 10k down, such a brutal hill to climb. But if we're praying for miracles, that was the first one that they needed. That deicide, as we see on the chart.
The first one. You're right on that, Joy.
I was gonna say they're gonna need a few more Hail Marys to get back into this one, but that really did help buy them just enough time to start catching up a little bit. They probably need two, maybe 3 more good fights to be fully back into this one. But it's a start. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you saw that golden XP dip down a little bit because of that fight. I mean, now you have your middle Phoenix back up. You didn't lose your right side Phoenix. It's a start. It certainly is, and it's a big confidence booster. You were getting your butt kicked. That was probably the first 5-on-5 stance, and they had fire. And what did they do? They overstepped, and you made them pay. You used your kits appropriately. We talked about how good of a team fight this team has in their composition as Rom goes to the sky, hits all 3 snipes, but it's only going to tickle a little bit as Valyouuu looking to make some more happen. Waiting right around the corner. Hello, TheTomcatt. I never went anywhere. It's a brawl, and Valyouuu gets the better of it. 15 kills for Kingslayers jungler. He's trying to put the team on his back and get them a W in game 1. And on the other side, Gunaholic has stepped up a little too far. Oh no, Gunna. Here comes Swagga. Here comes Samanticz. The beads are already gone. Where you're going to go? Drop the fields of love, and maybe it will save you for the moment. Swagga ult. Samanticz ult. A bit unnecessary, but it's a statement. Both carries down as we're looking at a tier 2 siege on the left.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gunaholic gonna die, but if you look at it, TheTomcatt is down, so I can't imagine Wrath of Terra are able to push down this Phoenix. But if TheTomcatt or anyone else from the Wrath of Terra keeps getting caught out like that, that could be another miracle for the Kingslayers. I know we said we needed a lot, but if the Kingslayers want to get into it, looking for those picks when Wrath of Terra players step out of line, that's going to be one of your avenues back into this game. So
yeah, look for the cracks and exploit them. I mean, it took you 3 people and 2 ults to take down Kingslayers carry, and it only took 1 Valyouuu to take down yours. And now you're looking at a siege when you don't have a carry. Valyouuu in the thick of it, taking on 4 members while the squad gets in place. A big up, down, and a huge Kraken. That's another kill for Gabba. Valyouuu working his way down on Swagga, who turns it on top of Valyouuu and gets the kill. We thought that one would have went Valyouu's way. No, sir. Swagga is going to clean that one up, and we're looking at a 3-on-3 until Swagga heals up and gets in. SandmanSam going to back, get a little healthy. Samanticz following suit. Not much to get here. You go for a Phoenix Siege, it might be the same result as the right side. Fire Giant about to come back up. It's not EFG yet. That might be where you look if you're Wrath of Terra here.
I have to imagine. I mean, Kingslayers still can't stand up to this Fire Giant, I'm feeling. If they do, I mean, the team fights have been going well, but that's with the Phoenix to aid them. if they step up around the fire giant, I'm worried about them just getting blown out of the water, and it looks like they're going to be staying back, making sure the base is able to bolster the defenses, heal those phoenixes up. It's going to be rough, but they got to buckle down.
I think this is a great call. Give them the fire giant. Don't waste any more time. You don't want them to have EFG. Give them the normal one. Why not? You just sent them packing with the deicide when they showed up at your door with fire giant last time. Get some farm. Everybody slowly creeping on that 20 level mark. You already have Ullr one trick and Valyouuu at 20. Gabba and Gunaholic not far behind, and even Banana over here on the Ganesh not far behind the Ymir. So all these waves are pushed up. Clear them out. Get some XP. Make another stance. You have 85 circle ults on your team. Use them. Clear them out one more time, and this is an even game.
It looks like Wrath of Terra being a little cheeky, looking to stand in the fog and hopefully catch someone out.
They're going to be standing there for a while. The whole team's over
Kingslayers
on the right
just
side.
staying in the base, not even taking the chance. Honestly, can't say I blame him. The base is safe, so why leave?
Yeah, give up the Gold Fury, give up the Fire Giant. You had one shining star play this game, and that was when you all 5 defended Phoenix. Let them get the Primal. We don't care. Make them show up at your door, which now they're going to the healthiest Phoenix. All of your ults are up. All 45 blinks in the game are up. Let's make our stance here. Looks like they're doing a bit of a 4-1 split. Now a 2-3 split, kind of going back and forth, a 3-2. Going down the mid lane, going down the left lane. Smart if you can drag some of those ults away. When they're stacking on top of each other, they're hard to deal with. Get them split. It's a little easier. Valyouuu taking on Swagga once more. Ullr one trick already pops the ult. A couple committed Ganesha too. And now Wrath of Terra just backs out. They're playing this a lot more smart. They baited 2 ults there. Didn't take really any damage. Gonna heal up with EmojiDaddy. And then they're gonna re-engage. Very smart play here.
Yeah, playing it slow, taking it. Oh, the
And
Phoenix
EmojiDaddy
looks like
straight
flow
blinking.
though.
Swagga, EmojiDaddy already have 2 kills. There's 3 left standing between them and the Titan room in the end of game 1. Banana is gone, and that's a double kill for Swagga. All 5 members incredibly healthy. Ullr one trick and Valyouuu. Can they get it done one more time? Valyouu's already gone, and Ullr is not far behind. That is all 5 members down. That is a DSI, and that is game for Wrath of Terra.
Man, Wrath of Terra just, they came out a little bit ahead from those early scrappy fights. I don't know if they were taking buffs after them or what it was exactly. There was so much action, it was hard to follow everything that was going on. But Wrath of Terra just taking that lead in the beginning and ran with it. And they got an inch and turned it into a country mile. There was no stopping Wrath of Terra.
It was a beautiful game, action-packed, and nothing more you could ask for. Take a look at these stats. We're going to head on over to picks and bans of Game 2 shortly. So, reminisce on what you just saw. Call someone in your family that's a veteran and tell them you love them, and we will meet you in Game number 2.
I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough as I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not as tough though. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You were not.
We are back and into game 2 of what is definitely going to be some banger Smite. It is still Wrath of Terra, it is still Kingslayer, and we are still iNooblet and Joywolffe. How you feeling, Joywolffe, after that first game?
I think my heart has finally started to slow down, come back to the normal pace. You know, that was a barn burner. That was an exciting one from start to finish. An absolute blitz of a game from Wrath of Terra.
So what do you do?
Excitement
if
all
you're
around.
What do you do if you're Kingslayers here? How do you combat? I've never seen anybody ban Sylvanas against Wrath of Terra. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Never seen it, and every time they have destroyed with it. Oh, a hell
pretty-
locked in.
That
What the? You know what I mean? Pun intended. We have not seen hell at all this entire season. I mean, I get it. I'm interested to see where it goes. Have no clue once again because this is Wrath of Terra. Interesting pick.
Yeah, I'm scratching my head a little bit because hell usually signifies that you're looking to go late game, have a more team fight, sustain, re-engage comp, but Wrath of Terra have been running it down all season, doing stuff like the Sylvanas mid, so really interested to see where this hell ends up, what they're looking to do with it.
Yeah, the hell pick almost feels to me like, hey, we just came out swinging and made a statement and we are the champs. I feel like I want to play hell. I want to have a little fun in this game. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Will it get it done though, or will it be a bit of a confidence overstep as we see Chalk locked in? I mean, Uller one trick, if he's hanging onto that Chalk, he did put out really good numbers with that Zhong Kui, but I mean, when you have all that damage coming your way and you are a mage solo laner, it feels a little rough. Chalk obviously has great disruption, which they still want to carry over from that giant circle damage of Zhong Kui, but has a little more survivability and can kind of hunt down people a little bit more. So very good on that. Has healing locked in. Ganesh locked back in. Ratataskir now. All right. I don't know what's going on with Wrath of Terra. I haven't known since the beginning of this season. So I'm just going to ignore everything they lock in until we see it in game. Ratataskir could go anywhere. Could be jungle, could be ADC, could be solo. For all I know, Samanticz plays rat support. It's an aggressive pick, and name of the game for Wrath of Terra is aggressive.
All I'm saying is I'm surprised you're not assuming that EmojiDaddy is going to take it into the mid lane.
I don't know anymore. And an Ao Kuang to follow it up. Why not, people? This is Smite. It is Friday night. Let's do it. Let's lock in the Quangarang, one of my all-time favorite gods. I would honestly think Quang goes solo. Just because, and I don't want to put this, oh, you know what? I'll put this out there right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot confirm that anyone started playing Ao Kuang solo before I started playing it, okay? And now it's a thing. It's so good because you know that they're going to probably get TP or Blink or something over there in the solo lane. And it's a free ult. Now you're going up against Chalk, who has immunity, so it's not great. But Ao Kuang's so destructive, especially with the items we currently have. Banana hovering a Chronos. I imagine Banana is going back to Ganesh. Chronos is a bit of a spicy lock-in. We don't see a lot of mage ADCs nowadays, but the Yu Huang, which is something that Gabba has been adding to her repertoire and is a bit more safe than Poseidon, is the third lock-in. Here we go for round 2 of bans.
I was wondering if the Kingslayers were just kind of gonna have a salty run back. There's the Sylvanas ban. We finally got it.
It has been done. Look at the respect ban from the Cupid respect ban. Taking that away from Gunaholic.
Yeah, I mean, Cupid can just be so, no pun intended, but crippling if you're...
Okay, you.
I'm the pun guy. It's what I do, you know? You and Anthony coming in trying to sling puns. That's my thing. But, nah. I definitely can understand not wanting to face a Cupid. Just a big circle where you can't use your movement abilities is really agitating to play around. So, understandable why they'd want that banned.
Yeah, force him onto something else. I mean, he was getting soloed a couple times, but that Cupid ult did a lot for the team when they were doing team fights. Might as well get that out. Cernunnos has been very popular lately with this current meta. I don't mind that lock-in. The big buff to Devo gloves is so good with Cernunnos' built-in lifesteal, and the Apollo locked in. So now we have a pure global presence and a semi-global presence combined with 2 healers and 1 just absolute glass cannon for Wrath of Terra. If nothing else, it's going to be fun to watch them use that. And met with the Erlong Shin onto Valyouuu. Here are your teams for Game 2, Wrath of Terra versus Kingslayers. We will see you in game.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you feel it.
We are back with Friday Night Smite here in the Premier League. It is Wrath of Terra versus Kingslayers, and Smite Draft League doesn't get much better than this. Take a look at where the gods have gone, and I'll just let you bask in it for a second before we even announce it.
I was baffled. I was trying to figure it out in between games. No shot. Just, I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. Wrath of Terra, always interesting to watch. Never can predict what they're gonna do.
Yeah, they're unpredictable, but boy, are they fun to watch. We have an AO solo who's getting into a bit of a tussle with the chalk already. And I told you, AO solo is nothing to sneeze about. Here comes Valyouuu, though, early. Ready to make something happen. Dashes on to Sandman, who has nowhere else to go. The cripple is good. Locks him in place. Mannequin's doing work, but the heal has been returned. And here is your Hell Jungle to support you. Give you a quick heal, do immense amount of damage, and scare the boys from Kingslayers off. But let's jump on over to the mid lane. What do we see here, Joy?
Looks like EmojiDaddy on the Terra. I absolutely love this guide, and I am terrified of the damage that EmojiDaddy is going to be busting out late game. Just procking that ult, huge damage. I'm terrified. I don't want to think about it.
He's terrified. Pun King himself. Now, if I know one thing, it's that full damage Terra hurts. And it's going to be disgusting. If it was disgusting with Sylvanas, I can't wait to see this. TheTomcatt, nothing new here. Already up at the edge of the tower. Someone, please come deal with this man. He is insane on the ADC and won't let Gunaholic breathe. We see Hell Jungle chasing down Valyouuu. Now has to go into the tier 2 and a long range, not gonna get the kill, but man was it close. Duo lane, some action happening. Tomcatt this time's got a dash out of there. It's caught in a bit of a weird spot over on the left 1v2. Bit even here. Samanticz on the rat support, half health. Banana on the Ganesh support, half health. Gunaholic, Tomcatt, full health. See a good invade top right of your screen as the Ao Kuang and Hell take the blue buff away from Chalk.
And it's crazy to say 2 minutes, but already off to a much slower start as Banana goes in.
Yeah, and that was a good silence from Banana, just preventing Samanticz from doing anything else. Drops down to a quarter HP, but Tomcatt's still there swinging and still very healthy. Can't wait to see what happens with this global presence on the Apollo. The rotations, I imagine, are already going to be insane. You know, do what he does best, taking on the 1v1 versus Gunaholic, and then going to hop in the chariot and go create havoc elsewhere. Erlong over here, invading a little bit, maybe just skirting around, trying to find a pickup as the purple has spawned. It's a big brain play, knowing it's spawned and knowing that Wrath of Terra is going to have to come over. Valyouuu did so much for the team, brought so much. Go ahead, say it.
Valyouuu.
Brought so much value to Kingslayers last match and is trying to keep it going and not let them get that far behind like they were last time.
Yeah, Valyouu's absolutely just, he's got to be a playmaker. He did so much last game, but just unfortunately for him, not enough. And as we said, the game is so much slower than, I'm pretty sure that around this time last game there was already like 6 kills.
There was
combined.
It was a kill, 1 or 2 kills a minute. We're in the Twilight Zone right now.
We're not seeing that type of game quite yet, but it's still early. We could see a huge 5v5 team fight in Meta. Who knows from these two teams? Anything's possible.
You know, it might have just been after watching the last game, Wrath of Terra coach came in and said, hey guys, we do not condone bullying here at the SDL. You need to back it off a little bit. That was a bit too aggressive. No need for 700 kills 4 minutes in. But just kidding, keep it going. We're here for some action-packed Smite. So far, I think maybe once First Blood pops off, we're going to see a train start rolling away with a lot of kills. And it could be here over in the solo lane. Big Chalk ultimate. Swagga chooses to use the beads instead of the clans, gets pulled right back in. Valyouuu looking for the first blood, but is so low, and SandmanSam actually picks it up, still has ult. Uller one trick, doesn't have his. That's a double kill for SandmanSam at the start of this game. And here we go, people. Over to the duo lane. Gunaholic already in some trouble. Gets a nice 2-man ult. Immediately beats by Tomcatt, who dashes in, has no mana. Dharmic Pillars gonna pop him towards the tower, and there's a kill for Gunaholic. Welcome to game 2, Tomcatt.
Just over aggressive from Tomcatt, dashing in with no mana. I understand you're an ADC, but at this point in the game, you don't have your items yet, homie. Your autos aren't swinging for all that much damage. You gotta weave some abilities in there, and with no mana, you can't do that. I think that was just a bit of an over aggressive play from Tomcatt, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he has every right to be aggressive after his performance game 1, but hey, these players know what they're doing. Some of them may be down in Challenger Division. That doesn't mean they're not good Smite players. And if you give them a chance, you piss them off game 1 and give them a chance to come in game 2 swinging, they're going to take it. And so far they did. Gunaholic got the first kill for Kingslayers, trying to even this up. SandmanSam looking for a 3rd kill. But hey, it's an island over there in solo lane. So those 2 kills don't mean a lot if the rest of your team is getting bodied on the other side of the map.
But EmojiDaddy already up a level, so effective, even without the kills, just being able to secure that neutral farm and whatnot. And once that Terra starts putting points into her ultimate, that's when she becomes so scary. The ultimate damage is nothing to sneeze at. So the next few levels here for EmojiDaddy could be absolutely huge into him getting those big power spikes and getting some more of those solo kills that we saw like in game 1.
Samanticz comes over to the duo lane. is rat support, so going to take a little bit to get online. Didn't rush the acorn right away, which is a surprising thing to see. You might go for that tanky acorn right off the bat. It's always a great option for rat. Half health on Samanticz now. Can't do a lot to take all these hits, as Gunaholic is in fact swinging. Now half health. That's a big damage comes out from TomCat, who is a little upset, it seems, about dying. Kind of wants to even the scoreboard here.
Yeah, I can't blame TomCat. When you're feeling yourself, you're dashing in like that. It's hard to be humbled and get killed, as Samanticz is now falling low.
Oh, but TomCat went straight in for Gunaholic, who gets a good ult just to keep him off for the time being. Nice shell from Banana just to kind of mitigate some damage there. Samanticz up into the sky. Will he go down on Gunaholic? Will he run away? They're both in the sky. The duo lane is flying. Where will they land? Samanticz jumps over Valyouuu, who didn't like it. Gives a little bit of a chase, but TomCat went all the way over to red buff. Thought they were going to engage there. Surprised that they didn't.
Yeah, just dealing with this double dunk, these two ultimates from the duo lane of Wrath of Terra, is going to be a huge task from Kingslayers. They already have so much engage, and the double dunk is just going to be such a threat come team fight time. Just in all access pass to the enemy backline. It's gonna be scary. I can't wait to see it happen.
It's definitely something I'm waiting for. I mean, we don't even know where they're going here in the casting booth when they go to the sky, so how can they possibly know? It is just terrifying death from above. Gunaholic now finally getting the 1v1 on the TomCat. TomCat got the better of that trade. Gunaholic gonna take a familiar spot near the front of the tower. We have a bit of a scuffle up near red buff. It looks like Wrath of Terra stole that. Cancel that. Gabba got a red buff. Very good. Samanticz goes straight back over. Now taking the tower. Doesn't have a lot of health. TomCat's caught in the Ganesh ult. Nowhere to go, but it's going to stand toe-to-toe and not even be worried about it. Hitting the minions. Hitting the Ganesh. Not even an issue.
Gunaholic just keeps managing to stay alive. And that's such an important thing to do. You may be getting pressured out and whatnot, but not giving up these kills is absolutely huge. If you die, Gold Fury is on the table. If you die, invades are on the table. Just being alive is so important, and Gunaholic has been doing such a good job of making sure that he doesn't hit 0 HP. Well played by Gunaholic.
Yeah, there's actually a very important macro with what Gunaholic's doing. So I always preach to people, especially in the lower divisions, that, you know, getting a kill is great. If you get somebody so low that they are forced to back, that is also a W. They are now missing farm. You get pressure in lane. It's as good as sending them to the graveyard. Gunaholic is playing by his own rules and doing neither of those things. He's not dying and he's not backing. He's standing his ground and not losing as much farm as possible, which throws an entire wrench in how you know how to play. And this man won't go there. I can't tower dive. He's not backing. This is insanity as TomCat takes to the sky. Let's see where he goes. He's hovering over Gunaholic. Predicts the dash just a little bit. Dashes straight in, and here's the 1v1. Just kidding. Here's the second dunk. TomCat gets the return kill onto Gunaholic, and Valyouuu is now wanting the 1v2. TomCat already 1 HP. Valyouuu mannequins chunking away at Samanticz. Looks like he's gonna keep his eyes on the rat and let Apollo go. Cuts off his path. There's the dash to get Samanticz some distance. Apollo gonna lick his wounds back in tower. Valyouuu, he showed up a couple seconds sooner. That might have been a different fight, but boy, is he a scary Erlang Shen.
Yeah, Erlang Shen doing Erlang Shen things, man. Building that mannequin scepter and running people down. As Gabba looks to be caught out a little bit here.
Yeah, speaking of running people down, Gabba just wants the red buff once more. It seems like every time she goes for it, he's got to fight. Looks like Wrath of Terra definitely gets it this time. Gabba is half health and had to use the bees, but here's Valyouuu to the show. Gonna chunk away a Swagga. There's an EmojiDaddy ult. What will a full damage Terra ult do to this situation? Time to find out. Ults after ults. Gunaholic came out of nowhere, and they're chasing Swagga into their own jungle. That's a fast hell, though. Can you catch up to her? decently unhealthy, and EmojiDaddy comes in with a huge combo to put Gunaholic in the grave. Swagga actually going to be the one to claim it, and TheTomcatt has joined the fight.
What a play from EmojiDaddy. Just the mechanics on display. It looks like he's been practicing this god for sure. Just utilizing the kit perfectly, hitting his stun, hitting his root, making sure that his team's able to pick up this Gold Fury for absolute free 99.
Free 99 becomes with a big jump in gold. We see 4,800 XP difference and 4,400 gold difference for Wrath of Terra. Familiar place for them, a scary place to be for the Kingslayers in this game too, but not insurmountable. Look how many towers are on the map. One Gold Fury's been taken. All it takes is one good fight and a couple objectives, and you are in the lead by double that amount.
Absolutely. This lead is definitely not insurmountable, but if this keeps up, this could be a scary situation for Kingslayers. I have to imagine it already is, given how Game 1 went, as TheTomcatt going in again.
Again, he flew around in that little flying car for some time. Had to use the majority of his mana, so it's not necessarily the best fight for him. Samanticz gets a good heal to tick over half health. TheTomcatt standing toe-to-toe. Gunaholic kind of doesn't want this smoke. TheTomcatt is just swinging. And now, both members of the dual lane of Kingslayers going to choose to back, which is going to give the chance for this full wave to go in. And hello, Gabba getting the kill onto Swagga. Probably facilitated by Valyouuu. EmojiDaddy going a little too deep here, and a good ultimate from Gabba to send him half health and packing.
And that's exactly what you need if you're the Kingslayers right now. It limits their ability to take this red buff. Oh my god, Gabba got deleted!
EmojiDaddy just doing Terra things and terrifying things. Gabba was on cloud 9, got a kill, and then Gabba was gone. Gone girl.
Poor Gabba. She didn't get a chance, man. That was her health bar disappeared before your very eyes. Call it a magic trick. My goodness. The damage is insane.
Yeah, that is just what Terra does. Anybody who's ever had a full damage Terra in their ranked game, you understand the pain that Gabba feels right now. It just deletes you.
It looks like Samanticz might be going in on a Gunaholic. Not quite
just
this
scaring.
time.
Just testing the waters. Just going up the sky every now and then just to let Gunaholic know, hey, I'm still here. A little area of denial. Keep him on his toes. Looks like TheTomcatt will probably get the 1v1 here in a second as no one else is over here. And Gunaholic is up halfway. Will he take the fight or will he dash away? Does have a full wave with him. Little extra damage. Losing the trade though, and Gunaholic gonna have to back off.
TheTomcatt does have his ult though. I was curious to see if he was gonna look to trade it, but Swagga goes down and poor Gabba again.
And
Holy
here's a
damage.
bigger fight. Swagga also gets deleted. EmojiDaddy popped the ult, and here's Samanticz. And here is TheTomcatt held onto that ult. Let Gunaholic walk away, come in and get a kill. Valyouuu is already erased, and why not bring the solo laner in? Can't silence us forever, Banana. Welcome to the dragon up in the sky. What a good rotation from everybody on Wrath of Terra. This team talks to each other. I'm telling you, they are coordinated. You just don't by accident get an Ao Kuang rotating at the same time TheTomcatt's dropping out of the sky. Very well played, and now they're going to get a tier 2, and don't even step in there,
Poor Gunaholic.
Samanticz looking like he wants the solo kill. Gets the beads and 75% of Gunaholic's health.
Holy man, that Ratatusker damage. Maybe a support, but still an assassin coming for your life, Gunna. Man, Wrath of Terra have been so impressive this entire game. They haven't even taken a fire giant, and they have an almost 8,000 gold lead.
Joy, I need to pause for a second here. How have we not even said anything about the fact that their name is Wrath of Terra?
You know, I was thinking That's the name of Sylvanas ult.
I don't even
my
care.
goodness.
I don't-
How did that slip under the radar? How did that?
We'll work it in there, I promise. As SandmanSam, looking like in some trouble, tries to send Valyouuu up to the sky, and Untitled was ready to slam down the Rain God and get a kill onto SandmanSam.
And that's what you have to be doing if you're the Kingslayers. Getting these big kills on the players that are most ahead. It's so difficult. But as I say that, Samanticz looking to turn it around.
Misses a bit of the drop there, goes under tower, but still has some effect as Ganesh here as it locks some people in. Swagga 1 HP, trying to heal through it, can't. Sam in a lot of trouble, and there are 2 deaths. Now, Kingslayers have taken 3 people off the board in a matter of a minute and 20 seconds. Feeling good, looking good, seeing what else they can get. Terra is hanging around as TheTomcatt's taking a 1v1 and gets the 1v1 on the other side of the map. Wrath of Terra. Wrath of Terra just stole the Pyromancer.
He can't keep getting away with it. This man is unstoppable.
The police. EmojiDaddy just buying his time, hanging out there saying, oh no, you killed 3. I guess you guys get a Pyromancer. And just kidding. Steals the Pyromancer. Caping the squad in the game. Great play from EmojiDaddy.
I mean, so far we have theft, assault, and battery. Like, EmojiDaddy, you're gonna have a rap sheet after this one, homie. Like, I'm sorry, but just you can't. So rude.
We're looking at a big gold spike here. Tier 2 got dropped in mid lane. Tier 1 dropped in left lane, despite losing 3 members in the last fight, which is promising for Kingslayers, knowing that Wrath of Terra is not invincible, that they do in fact bleed. Sends a good message as Samanticz is stepping up to Gunaholic, who just wants some farm. Doesn't have a lot of support his way. Gonna stay under towers. Safe place to be. TheTomcatt always lurking in the background, though. Not afraid to step up at a moment's notice. SandmanSam under a bit of pressure over in the right lane. We'll keep our eye on that and see what goes on with TheTomcatt and Gunaholic here. Samanticz just providing a little bit of extra pressure in case TheTomcatt wants to go in. Valyouuu actually going to pick up Swagga, who wasn't even involved in the initial fight. Hell is off the board. SandmanSam doesn't get the execute, which means he's in trouble. And Untitled gets the kill onto SandmanSam. Swagga fell just before that. Another 2 kills for Kingslayers. And that right side T1 is now being pushed in. EmojiDaddy gets the dash caught. Bubble gonna get popped, and Banana kind of trying to make something happen here on Samanticz. Gabba not in range to provide any damage, but so far good picks they got going on. And actually, it looks like Swagga might have only died due to a DC. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So we might see a pause coming out here soon, or they might just play on. Samanticz taking on Gabba 1v1, and here we have TheTomcatt up in the sky and over to Gunaholic, dash for dash. Gonna miss the 1. Send him back under his tower. We'll keep you up to date on what's going on with Swagga, and can this be the moment where Kingslayers bring it back? There has been no pause. It is now 4-on-5. Valyouuu blinks in on EmojiDaddy, who's already half health, and goodbye. Can Kingslayers keep this rolling without the hell jungle?
I think this is going to show just how much of an impact Swagga has had on these team fights. There's already so much healing, but Swagga just amplifies that so much. The healing that he's done to keep his team alive as TheTomcatt's getting low.
The whole squad is here from Kingslayers, and the whole squad couldn't even be here if they wanted to because there's 1 missing. Swagga finally loaded back in, but Kingslayers now take the kill lead. It is now 10-9, and they're starting up a Gold Fury, and there is nobody from Wrath of Terra here to stop them. That's going to be a primal for them, and they're going to try and keep this going as Samanticz real low under the tower with Valyouuu in his face.
You know, I think I figured it out. If you don't stop fighting while somebody's DC'd, they can't pause. Can't combat pause. You just have to keep fighting, and I think that was the Kingslayer strategy.
You know, I don't think that applies to custom games. I think you can pause at any time, but that is a strategy to keep in mind for your ranked games. I'll take that one. I can use any advantage I can get in ranked. So now Swagga
Yep.
is back in the fight. A little bit went Kingslayer's way. Not enough to even this game, but certainly some confidence boosters and a couple objectives you might have needed. Let's take a look at the levels here. Chalk only down by 1. That Hell Jungle, which was a spicy pick to begin with, is down 2 levels to Valyouu's Erlong, and I don't want to be down to Valyouuu on anything, especially if I'm a Hell Jungle. Uller in a bit of a sticky spot here. There's 4 members, but a good ultimate to just stop Apollo coming in, and he's actually gonna dash out. So far is alive. There's a lot of dashes going on, and a great ultimate from Ganesh to slow him down, but Sandman go ahead and releases his 2 to get the distance and finish off Uller one trick. An answer back from Wrath of Terra, and now all 5 are here in the right lane with all the sustain they could ever ask for.
And the kills are even. The gold about 4K now. Just Wrath of Terra going for the Fire Giant here.
22-minute Fire Giant, why not?
It's time, I guess.
And Banana
Frenzy
doesn't really
Pop,
have
let's
much to
go.
steal. They're gonna secure it. Banana tried his best, didn't have the ultimate. They're gonna go straight over the Pyromancer, clean that up real quick. No one there to steal it. EmojiDaddy too good at confirming objectives. Valyouuu just trying to get some extra farm around the map before the next engagement. But this is a scary spot. You made stuff happen, but now we're at the point where Wrath of Terra is 5-man grouping, and they have a hard to deal with 5-man group. How do you answer back to the Kingslayers here?
Well, for one, I'm okay. Good. I was gonna say I was looking to see if somebody had picked up an Ankh. I'm getting that Ankh upgraded immediately. The Blighted Ankh is gonna be so effective in combating both the Terra rather, and the Hell. I tried to combine both gods at once, but the Blighted Ankh means that you're going to be dealing extra damage whenever they're healed, which almost always happens given the nature of the kits of Swagga and EmojiDaddy. So the Bladed Ankh would be a huge boon for the Kingslayers. I would say upgrade that Ankh literally as soon as possible. I think it should have already been upgraded, but that'll be such a helpful tool. And it looks like a lot of anti-heal has been built. Divine Ruin coming out from Gabba. Toxic Blade from Valyouuu as Samanticz going in.
Yeah, that was crazy pathing for Samanticz trying to make something happen. Unfortunately, the only person there was the tankiest one on Kingslayers. But now we're looking at a Phoenix Siege. There's only one other tower up on the map, and it's all the way in the right side. Might as well try for a Phoenix when you got a Trebuchet here with you. They're doing a 4-1 split. Someone from Kingslayers is going to have to go deal with AO, and it's Valyouuu. He's already on top of him, got him half health. The good cripple down there, but here comes the blink from Swagga and the turnaround, and SandmanSam kills Valyouuu. That split was good, and now it's a 3-2. TheTomcatt and EmojiDaddy getting it done in the left lane. No one there to tank it as they're both full damage. Here comes the Uller one-trick ult. SandmanSam has been erased. Uller one trick, trying to make it happen. Gabba gets the kill onto Swagga. EmojiDaddy also falls to Gabba. A huge double kill. Samanticz running for his life. TheTomcatt in the middle of 5 members. Does Gabba get the triple? Gunaholic steals it away, but that's okay. We just want the kills. Phoenixes did not fall. One didn't even get under half health. A great defense once again from Kingslayers.
Not only that, you have stripped the Fire Giant off of everybody but Samanticz. Samanticz is probably the last person you want to be the lone Fire Giant on your team. Unfortunate for the support, but that's just how it is. So they got all the best Fire Giants taken away. They kept their Phoenixes healthy. Only a little bit of damage on the mid. That was an absolutely huge team fight for the Kingslayers. And as we see, the gold now is about a little over the 4K mark, about where it was before the Fire Giant was taken. So
and look at that XP difference, Joy. 100. It is dead even and now slightly in the favor of Kingslayers. 3,800 gold is not really anything to be scared about. And now XP difference is dead even. 27 minutes into this game, you are dead even XP wise. You have what it takes. Everybody's looking good. Chalk 3-2. Valyouuu 4-3. Gabba 3-2 when you were just 1-15 on Poseidon. Everyone's looking good and everyone's positive. You can make this happen. Valyouuu taking on 3 members here and actually winning the fight. Valyouuu gets 1. Gonna go down low now as EmojiDaddy joins the fight, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. SandmanSam for Valyouuu. Man, Valyouuu can do so much. I would like to see that happen with the team. Valyouuu is a very good player and is making a huge impact. 1v4. If you wait for your team to get there, I know you probably just want to be the hero, but if your team's there, you kill everyone, Valyouuu. And now Valyouuu won't be available here, but neither will SandmanSam, so they're going to do a 4-man group up this mid lane. Still a really good defense available.
And looking at the relics too, a lot of relics up for the Kingslayers opposed to the Wrath of Terra. So I'm feeling confident in the ability of the Kingslayers to potentially hold this Phoenix.
Well, one trick. Hanging out in the jungle right next to them. Maybe looking for a big ult. Maybe a blink ult. Gonna get found out and scared off by Samanticz. Gabba, half health. Gunaholic, 3/4 health. Gonna be hard to keep them alive, but here's the engage from Kingslayers. No time to back, people. A good ult from Gabba to bring Swagga down to almost nothing, and he is dead. Samanticz got to take to the sky just to get out of dodge. Apollo already in the sky, maybe looking to go down in the back line. One's gonna land, the other's gonna land. TheTomcatt landed in the middle of everybody. Bit of a spicy play, but here's EmojiDaddy to provide some damage. TheTomcatt gets a kill on the Valyouuu, who just got a kill onto Swagga. Excuse me, Samanticz. SandmanSam gets one onto Gunaholic. It is 3-on-3. Uller one trick, half health. Gabba just trying to survive. Everyone looking good from Wrath of Terra. There goes Gabba. There goes Banana. All that's left is Uller one trick, and you gotta stop 3 people.
SandmanSam is hunting down Uller one trick, and that mid Phoenix is melting like butter.
Oh,
it was around this time last game. Wrath of Terra ended. Will they do it again?
Uller one trick versus 3 of Wrath of Terra. Here we go. Titan half health. You gotta stop TheTomcatt, but he's critting too hard. Uller one trick can't tank those autos. They're all low. He's doing a good job, but is it enough? Titan and Uller one trick against Wrath of Terra finally falls, and that is game 2 and the set. It was a valiant battle, but eventually Wrath of Terra took down the Kingslayers.
That game was a lot more close, which credit to the Kingslayers. They really did make a stand. Valyouuu was trying so hard to get important shutdowns, make sure that certain players weren't able to get as into the game as they did last time, but it just wasn't enough. This unorthodox draft around these healers from Wrath of Terra went so huge.
Yeah, it's tough to deal with, and I don't think that Wrath of Terra picked these team comps to be troll. I think they legitimately feel good with these team comps, and if you've ever played ranked where someone locks some crazy stuff in, you're like, why are we playing against 3 mages and 2 ADCs? And then you usually end up losing that game because you're not ready for this. You haven't prepared. You haven't watched game film to prepare for the hell jungle. So it's so tough to go into, but what I want to talk about is these challenger players that stepped up today, got called to the big leagues at the last second. Game 1 was a little rough for the challenger players on Kingslayers, but hey, game 2 looked pretty damn good. They all, look at their score lines. The score lines of Kingslayers were great game 2. It just wasn't enough to hold back what Wrath of Terra is bringing to the table. So I'd say they did step up, and they played well. Maybe had some nerves game 1, but shook that out, and game 2 stepped up. Just wasn't up, man. That's a tough ask to beat that team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, premier teams without subs have struggled against Wrath of Terra. That's just the team that they are. And, Gunaholic and Gabba, the whole team struggled game 1. It wasn't just those two. So, really good to see them come back game 2, and both of them with an even slash line, just staying in the game, keeping their mentals in check, and coming to play against the premier boys. it's good to see. You love to see it.
Yeah. If nothing else, you probably learned a lot from that game. And the game 2 should be a big confidence booster. You held your own, and we love to see it. And we love the action-packed Smite here on a late Friday night. Thank you so much to the players. Thank you so much to the viewers. Thank you to my co-host Joywolffe for joining me here in the booth. And once again, a happy Veterans Day to everyone out there who has ever served in the armed forces around the world. We love you. Thank you for what you do. And please, everybody, enjoy your weekend. We will see you back with some more Smite tomorrow. If you want to get involved, join our Discord. It's discord.gg/SDL. If you want to rewatch these games, head on over to YouTube and type in Smite Draft League. If you want to follow it live, go over to Twitter and get Smite Draft is where we are. Maybe we'll pay for that new blue check mark. I don't know. If you love what you see, please show us some support on the social medias and get involved here in the Discord. That'll do it for us on the booth. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Good night.